Good morning, ladies. Thank you for agreeing to talk to us this morning. How are you?
Fine. We're fine, Mark.
We are here to talk about the origins of the High School for the Performing and Visual Arts in Houston, Texas, with Ruth Denney, the founding director, and also Gene Nipper. Ruth, I'd like to start with you, if I may.
Sure.
Tell us where you were born.
We're going way back. I
Well,
was born in Calexico, California.
a Californian,
Yeah, my father was a superintendent of schools there.
so a deep background in education.
Yep.
Now, were you raised in California, and when did you come to Texas?
I was not raised in California. I lived there for 2 years, and then I moved to Ohio. And I came to Texas from Ohio.
About what
Went to
year?
college in Ohio, and then I came to Texas.
About what year, do you recall?
I don't know.
1950 or 51.
Now, Gene, the same question to you. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in Texas, a little town called Omaha. That's up in East Texas. And at the age of 9 months, I moved to Dallas. And I brought my parents with me because I didn't want to be up there, a 9-month-old kid. And anyway, and then there were a lot of different things that happened to me. My parents broke up. We had this, what do you call it, a depression. And I had to get out and work.
That's from 9 months.
Yeah,
I knew that.
of course. Anyway, no, I sent myself to school. I finally graduated from the University of Houston, and I began my career in teaching in English at Irving High School in Irving, Texas, right out of Dallas.
Ruth, where did you go to college initially?
I went to Ohio Wesleyan
Mm-hmm.
in Delaware, Ohio.
And did you ever do any postgraduate work?
Yeah, I got a master's degree at the University of Houston.
Excellent. Ruth, you couldn't be the educator you became without inspiration from others. Who were your role models in education? Did you really have any?
I don't know. I just always loved teaching from the time I was a little kid. My dad had been a principal of the high school, and Mother had been a teacher. So education was in my family. And I didn't think there was any way to go except to college and become a teacher, and I loved it. So that's the way I went. I didn't have a second thought about what I was going to do.
Where was your first teaching job?
Let me see. It was a township school in Ohio, Huntington Township High School. And I taught all the English from the 7th grade through the 12th.
Wow.
Taught them all about the same thing, too.
Now, of course, we realize that you didn't start out as a drama legend at Lamar High School.
No.
Where did you teach in HISD prior to Lamar? Do you recall?
No, at HISD, I taught at Lamar right away. That's where I went when I started in Houston. My brother was the head of the drama department at the University of Houston. His name was Bob Rittenauer, and I came down to visit him in the summer to work on my master's degree at the U of H. And there was an opening at Lamar, and he said, "You ought to apply for that job, Ruth, because that's a good job." So I applied for it and got it.
And do you recall really roughly how long your tenure at Lamar was?
How long was I at Lamar, Gene?
I mean, we're talking 15 years, 20 years?
Yeah.
15 years at least.
Now, Gene, prior to 1971, you were at Bel Air High School, correct?
No.
No, I was at Lamar High School. I came from Irving, Texas in, 1960 or 61 or something like that. But I was moving to Houston because my brother and sister were there.
I know where I got my wires crossed. It was Jean Wooters who was at Bel Air.
Yes, yes. She was the first counselor at HSPVA, and she came there from Bel Air.